welcome back to another video featuring our Mk5 Golf 20 valve turbo that we'll be racing in Comp Eliminator and VW DRC this year. We've got the engine out because we need to fit a set of rods from RTMG Performance. Right there, you just got a sneak preview of a tubular manifold that we will be running later on in the season when we've got a bigger turbo. But for right now, we're basically going to be going over the car, trying to make it a little bit lighter, and of course doing all the upgrades that we've got planned this winter. Now, while we've got it all apart, we have noticed some things that may need repair or replacement. So let's have a look through these. Not going to be able to see it.
In there. Is it? I haven't actually seen it yet.
So once we got the little baby KO4 off, Julian noticed that there's a rather large crack in the exhaust housing on the turbo. So unfortunately, we're going to need to replace this. Well, unfortunately, you can see it's got a little bit warm in there. It's done 140,000 miles. The boost pipework was all full of oil. Remember when it was at Gordon's a while ago? You could hear that, and he was like, "What is that?" I was like, "That may be the turbo." He was like, "This is not even going to make the dyno." So it made the dyno. It made 321 horsepower. It was still going good, but obviously now we've got it apart, there's no point putting it back on. So it's going to be sent off to VW DRC sponsors GP Turbos. Grant is going to take it on, he's going to have a look at it, replace the bearings, and maybe make it go a little bit faster. It'll take about 3 days. Luckily, I'm away for a week, so by the time I come back, this will be ready to go on that engine and back in the car.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh dear. In our last video, you saw us talking about the weight reduction and how we're going to be able to get any weight out of this Mk5 Golf. Well, we don't use the electric power steering, so this is the rack off. We're going to take out that heavy motor. I say heavy, it weighs about 3 kilos, but it's 3 kilos and it's not going to be used. So that is going to be removed, thrown in the bin.
I'm going, yeah, but he's put petrol in the diesel race car.
So we got these aluminium ones. Don't know how much lighter they are, but they're definitely much lighter. They just need a little bit of a clean. So let's get back to them. A few moments later, the drill's dead. Again, while the engine's out, it makes sense to do a couple of modifications, mainly on like this water pipe here. You can see instead of it going to the heater matrix and just having it blocked off, dropped it off with Lee, welded that up so it's nice and neat, no more rubber bumps. We chucked on this spare cam cover for the moment. Again, Lee is just modifying the original one, so it's got an AN fitting so we can fit the RTMG Performance oil catch can in the near future. Okay, so the engine's back together. Now one of the things is with these stock manifolds is, as you can see, the gasket doesn't quite match the manifold. So we're going to mark that out and we're going to get this ported out a little bit. And just like magic, in the parallel video, the work is done. Ross has done a great job porting it to match the gasket and even that centre section. Now the boring part. You probably saw in the previous part of the video that this engine was absolutely filthy. 144,000 miles on the clock. As usual, being the 20 valve, it had the breather pipe broken on the front of the engine, which meant the whole of this engine is caked in dirt, oil and grease. Not something we want on a drag car. I want to be able to see if anywhere's leaking on this. So we're going to clean it up in the most boring possible way. Brake cleaner, wire brush and paper towel. Enjoy! Okay, that's it for this episode. We've put in the RTMG performance rods. Thank you very much to Carl Goldsmith who came along to fit those for me, and of course Jamie and Julian who helped get the engine out and in preparation. Right, it's before the start of the season. I need to take the wife on holiday. We're going to go spend our 20th wedding anniversary in Morocco. I'll be back with another video as soon as we return.